Good morning, welcome back to my channel. It's lovely to see you here with me. It's a glorious morning here in Derbyshire and I hope you're having lovely weather too. I'm back home to film lots of charity shopping. So if that's your thing, then you're in the right place. I have excelled myself lately and I've got so much to show you. And the reason is because I have put myself down for a cabinet in an antique centre, and this is something that's been on my mind for a very long time. I've been selling quite well on Vinted, and as you know, I buy things that I like, I use them in the house. If I get to the point where I'm changing my decor around, I list them, or sometimes I just buy things and I think I'll sell them straight away. But really, I love shopping, and so to keep this habit going, I need to sell some of my stock. Well, it is stock really. I've got a garage full of things, and I've been looking for a antique mall for a while that I like, and I like the people in there, and it's affordable, and it doesn't have to be local because I can travel in my motorhome to it to replenish and restock. But essentially, I wanted to start off with a cabinet. Booths are like hen's teeth, they're just impossible to get hold of, and you do have to have, I think, quite a big social media following for them to think you're very viable, because essentially they want to bring people to the antique centre. But with a booth, it's less of a with a cabinet, it's less of a commitment. I didn't want a massive monthly expenditure because it's like having another mortgage, isn't it? So I wanted something that was manageable. I wanted something pretty low maintenance to start off with. I don't really want to be hauling big cabinets around and things at my stage of life. And I thought, well, give it a try. That you pay month by month, so it's not a massive commitment, and I wanted something now in the run up to Christmas. So I wanted to pick on obviously the best months of the year. I don't 100% know how it's going to go. I feel like when I look around, some people are selling things quite cheaply, and it's not always possible to buy things that cheaply. I want to buy things that are, I think, a little bit nice, a little bit special. I don't want to just fill it with tat really. And I'm trying to get things that complement each other and work as a little vignette, if you like, that are pleasing to the eye and hopefully attractive to people. And I do want to zuzz my booth up a little bit with, you know, just little accessories, shall we say, just little bits of foliage and things like that to make it look attractive. I've done quite a lot of research on it, and there aren't that many people that post about having a cabinet. So I'm doing my own thing and I'm really happy about it, and I can't wait. So I'll be stocking it at the weekend and then I'll tell you where it is. But in the meantime, let's have a look at what I've bought so far. I must say, I went into a shop, a charity shop, and there was literally 2 people packing my stuff up. So that'll give you a clue as to how much I've been buying. And also I have been to an auction and bought some things there. So let's get started. I think what I'll do is, if I can remember the price, I'll tell you. If it's a price for the whole lot, I'll tell you that as well, because sometimes I'm just, you know, happy to throw it all in a basket and then go to the till and not be too worried about little bits and bobs of £3.50, etc. So I am literally stepping over so much stuff and I really want to pack it away, so that's going to really help me out showing you what I've got. This was quite reasonable. It was £6.50 for the whole lot, and there's a bit more on the floor. It's not a full set, unfortunately, but it was with my hunting theme, because originally I was going to go to East Yorkshire, where it's very horsey, and I thought this would go down really well. The hunting scene is not for everybody. I know that people think it's very cruel. But there is still a market, I think, for equestrian things. And what I really liked about this, it's rattling away, I'm so sorry, is that there was this massive teacup and saucer included. Forgive my nails, they started to drop off, but look at that. It's a super big cup, and it's got hunting on the back as well. And the saucers, let me just try and show you. The saucers are lovely. I don't think it's a particular make. Oh, it says Regency on it. So the whole lot I bought, there's a few saucers, cups, side plates, cups and saucers of the smaller one bigger one, and that was £6.50. But you know what, the hardest job is going to be, as a fly whizzing round, always the case, the hardest job is going to really find prices. And I think when I start, that's going to be one of the main things, is how to find the price that's acceptable for me and acceptable for the buyer, because I don't want to do it just as a recycling sustainability exercise. I do actually want to make some money on it, and when I leave work, this will be my hobby stroke pin money, if you like. I bought this lovely resin horse's head, and he is stunning. I'm calling him Black Beauty. He's on my Vinted already, and he's so glossy and gorgeous, and his mouth is open, and I feel like in his body he's rearing up, and he's trying to be tamed, and he's wild, and he's just loving life. And it's such a good size. It's really heavy. It's felt pad underneath. I'd like him to sell before I set up my booth, I think, because I just like to get a bit of money back, if I'm honest. But he cost me £5, and he is adorable. So yeah, I think he's great. Do you know, and if he doesn't sell, he's going to stay right here. So what do you think to him? Then I picked up some plates. Now, I don't think plates are always a good seller, but these were all, I think they cost probably £1 each or something like that. So this one's the first one. It's got a duck scene on, mallards. Then I've got two matching. I've got pheasants. These are so heavy. These are Hornsey Pottery. And then I've also got, the pointing dogs, the gun dogs. So these are lovely together, and I will sell these as a pair. But wow, they are brown on the back and extremely heavy. I took £1 each. These are lovely. I think one's got a little chip on it. Beautiful, pretty floral, and they are, these are Chinese. They don't look it though, do they? They look really English pottery, I think. I am so happy to get all this packed away, I can't even tell you. And I think we're going to speed up, otherwise we'll be here till Christmas. This is a beautiful set of 5 items, adorable. It is such good condition, and I got, I think 5, they called it 5 pieces. So a beautiful gold and rosebud candlestick, both of those. It sits on a little dressing table tray, and then you get a little ring rosebud trinket dish. A beauty, I'm a bit close, I feel like, that's better. And a rosebud little lidded dish, just so adorable. So my idea is to have different shelves with different colours and different themes. So you're going to gather that we have a rosebud theme shelf. I think I've got 4 glass shelves and the bottom, which is obviously the wood of the cabinet. And I'm going to just adorn this with a little rosebud, and I think this is just going to look sensational. I don't even know how much I paid for this, because this was part of the big bundle. I think we can call it £10. It's not any well-known brand or anything like that, but completely pretty. I would have this right now if I wasn't so messy on my dressing table with makeup, etc. I hope somebody will take this and enjoy it, because it's just a beautiful piece. You know, when you've seen things that have been treasured forever, this is one of those. And yeah, I'm not sure how much to put on it, so if you have any clues, let me know. But I'm currently packing my boxes ready to go, and I'm putting my boxes in the themes of the drawers, so it's easy from when I get there. I'm pricing everything up and putting my my cabinet number on, and I've done my own inventory so I can check back at what I've sold, and that'll give me a clue for the future. And I'll take lots of pictures as well. I'll be excited if I ever get a text saying I've sold something, but we will speed up now. Next up, I've got two little matching bud vases, too cute. They are, oh, what is that called? Cherry blossom. That's what they are. No discernible, oh yes they are, they're Ainsley. So they're very cute with the gold on. And the pair of those was £2 at the charity shop. And they are adorable, I think. Not probably great sellers. I'm under no illusions on a lot of this, by the way. But I just want it to look attractive, and I think one of the things I read is if you can get people to linger by your cabinet, that's a good thing. Unfortunately, my cabinet's upstairs, which isn't a good thing, but I do feel it's in a good position. There was one downstairs which she offered me, but I preferred the upstairs position. But don't you worry, the minute I go there, I'll be asking for something better. I got, oh, so this is interesting. I was coming back from my little weekend trip, and my daughter texted me. She said there's a load of furniture outside a house, and when I drove home I thought it'll all be gone. And I managed to get this chair, which I might cover, I don't know. It's like a dressing table chair. It's a big old-fashioned spoon back chair, you know, the ones with the material base and cloth and the frill round, you know the one. So I got one of those and I took that, and there was a load of porcelain and everybody was discounting it. There was quite a crowd gathering, and I love it in America where you just help yourself to things by the road and nobody has any bother about it. Not that I've seen it happen, but I do think it's a bit more free and easy. Here everybody was sort of justifying it to themselves, and they're all saying things like, oh well, you've got a new house, do you want it? I've just dived in. Anyway, I picked up the porcelain and it looked a bit grotty. Given it a wash, it looks fantastic, and I think I've got some nice pieces. So if I say free, that's where it's come from. This one didn't have a discernible make on it, but this Art Deco style is very popular. So I picked that one up, blues, yellows and greens, absolutely gorgeous. And when I just come back with the next thing, I'll tell you what this is, because I looked it up and it was on Google Lens. So I think this was quite good. So I'll stop there, go and get you something else. It's probably all going to be broken before I get anywhere. So that was a 1980s Laudal vase, in case you're interested. A couple of pictures I got from the auction. I think they might be on Vinted, although I'm displaying them in my home at the moment. And I'll show you these. It's a lovely watercolour with fruits. Beautiful. And this one is an abbey, and it's called l'Abbaye de Senonge. You can see it better now. So it's an abbey and a vineyard. So that's two pictures that I might be taking. With the pictures, I have asked if I can put them around where there is a spare hook, and I saw a few hooks. There are some spare in my cabinet, so I'll definitely be putting them there on the wall. But every time I see a hole, basically, I'll be filling it with one of my pictures. And I want to put some of the small ones inside my cabinet as well. Of course, we're going to have a blue and white shelf, and I'll just go through. These are the free things I got, some more freebies. This plate, oh, this is a heavy one. They're all in the meat plate variety. That one is Strauss and Sons. I've looked at all these on Etsy and they are quite expensive. It's quite hard for me to juggle. Let me just... This is a big one. They're all unchipped and unmarked and everything. I'll not tell you where they're all from because you might be bored rigid. This is a lovely one. It's huge. I think this is transferware. I'm thinking Sunday roasts coming up to Christmas time. But I'm just going to stack these one on top of each other and people can ask to get them out. I'm hoping they're going to be really busy when I'm down the stairs to my cabinets. We can pray, can't we? If you could see behind the scenes, I'm just packing it all up, showing you unpacking, and it's working really well. This is a framed picture I've had for a while on Vinted, and it's really different. I've called it France Life, and essentially they're like little plastic tiles of places in France, and I think that's really nice to have a long thin print for those awkward places between your door frames, and it's really charming. So it's got just a few of the shops and the towns and villages, and it's really pleasant. I'm not sure, let me try and get it for you. So that was a different haul. Then I got this for £3.50. I think this is really unusual. Everything's in amazing condition. So next up, some little trinket dishes, which I personally don't like, but they were part of an auction bundle. So I've got a round one and an oval one, so I'll be selling those off cheap. And then I bought my daughter at the charity shop these Evil Eye salt and pepper pots, and I think I've damaged them on the way home, but a pair of those for £3. She'll like them anyway, I think. We love turkey. Anything with an evil eye, we're there. I got this in the auction with some other things, and there was only one thing I wanted, but you end up with a whole bundle of things. But this is actually pristine, and it is called The Awakening, and it's Royal Doulton. So this lady stretching. I think these simple things are very nice actually, when you see her there having a stretch, waking up. And then I was inspired. Do you follow, they're called Finds, I think, the guys that do the thrifting charity shop hauls, and they like swans. And so I saw this and I thought of them, and they always do well with them. So I bought this swan. I think it was probably £3, £3.50, something like that. But it's got really nice markings. It's a good size. I'll put a little plant in here or something so it looks more attractive. But yeah, I like these white pieces actually. What do you think? Tell me what your favourite thing is so far, won't you? I'm going to take a lot more than I need for the cabinet, and then I can see how it is, in case you're thinking, God, she's taking loads. I don't want it to look empty. I got this from the charity shop, big brown mug. It's an actually original Bloomingdale's. I paid £1 for that one. Super condition. I think Bloomingdale's merch is still going well. I bought this, was quite expensive I think, for £5, but it was adorable with the love hearts on, this old milk churn. Well, it looks like a modern milk churn actually, but I thought that was a little bit different for me, so that's why I chose it. It's quite a good size. I don't generally buy glassware because I don't trust myself to put it home in one piece, but today I just fell upon these little pieces, and I'll show you because they are so nice. It could even be brand new, but I might keep them for more Christmas, December time. This is beautiful. So I got two of these tumblers. They're so heavy, and actually it says handmade with a sticker on, so they could actually be new. I thought that was gorgeous, you know, for a whiskey or something. Love that. Two champagne glasses, beautiful, and these are rock crystal. So those, adorable. Everything was £2, so I got two of those and two of those. And I think these are good cabinet fillers when you've got a little bit of space. And I might put a little champagne cork in, says she. I don't drink. I might put something in there like that. But I think those will be nice in my Christmas display, which I'm already thinking about. Art Deco is really a thing still, and this really heavy mirror is adorable. It's featuring an Art Deco. I'm trying to make sure you can't see any of the junk behind me. It's an Art Deco lady, and it's on a stand, and this is stunning. I paid 10 for that. That's what it's like at the back. Yes, do you like that one? I bought some pictures. Sometimes they're a bit wonky in the frame, so that one won't go out till the summer, but it's a photograph actually. And I particularly like that. I always like anything that reminds me of holidays. So I got that. I think I paid £1 for that. I'll try and get the other ones. Gosh. This one is Whitby, obviously my love. That's a signed print, limited edition. That was £10. Swing bridge and the boats at the bottom. Then I bought this, oops, trying to show you everything. And it says Kiss on it, and it's something just, I thought I'd put on Vinted. That was cost me, I think, £5. Quite novel, isn't it? That's quite a good New Year one as well, isn't it, really? This one I'm keeping for myself. I got this in the auction as part of a bundle, and I thought this was really pretty, and it's like on metal. And it's with a lovely red velvet trim, which I think is very Christmassy. I love red and gold together. I think it's so opulent. There is a bit of a story with this picture. I saw it in the charity shop and I just took to it. The colours and everything are so bright and it's so lively, and it's a couple finding their forever home, I think, and it's got all love hearts on, and it's got the sea, and they've got their dog. No, they haven't got a dog, it's just a life belt. And I brought it home and I absolutely adored it. And when I looked on the back, it's by a lady, and she had it in the Whitby Art Galleries, and she's a Whitby lady, and she does really similar pictures all on a theme. And it's called, the art is called Claire Baxter, and it's called Our Retreat. And it's all new. It's brand new from the art gallery. Hope you can see that. So there they are, looking at their dream home by the sea, and oh, it pulled up my heart. So I had to have that, and that will stay in the garage, I think, till next summer. I'll get that out as part of my seaside theme and my holiday theme. I think I'm going to make it a wrap there. I think we've pretty much looked through everything. I'll see some of the things, but those are what I wanted to show you today, so I can get them packed and get ready to zuzz up my cabinet. I'm sort of not saying where it is at the moment, just because things fall through, don't they? And if I get there and they've moved me to a different one, or something's not right, I shall just leave it. But hopefully everything's going to be good. I think the people there are really nice. They said it's really busy all through the week and the weekend, so I'm hoping that it's a new venture. If not, you know what, I always pay to learn, and it's one of those things. But I always give things a try, because I don't want to live my life with regrets and take a plunge on things. And this isn't that much of a plunge, it's just a few less Primark hauls. I think that's what I need to think about. So thank you if you stuck with me to the end. I'll probably put a new chapter on my channel called antique shop or something like that. But I hope to catch up with you very soon, and have a lovely week and weekend. Take care. Bye.